Welcome, everyone. I am your host, Jenavation, and this is about keeping our communities together. It's about having honest conversations on what affects us, such as relationship issues, sex, racism, politics, and so much more. So grab your coffee right now and join in the conversation. Make sure you click that subscribe button, that like button, and share on all of your platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Make sure you click that like button and follow button on whatever platform you are listening to: Spotify, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Let's go.
Powered by Riverside.
Here we are. Would you like your racism served on the rocks or straight up? And you can chase it with 7-Up or white supremacy or white Zinfandel. Money and power. Try to be a smart ass with all the different religion groups. Participate in the prayer service. Recite love for all people while planning to build a wall to keep certain people out. Thanking our former president and former first lady as if he means what he says, only saying it to win us over because it sounds nice for his speech. Ready to pursue his plot, changing names on the good that's been done, claiming it as his own ideas. This is nothing new. It's been happening for over 10,000 years. The black man never gets any credit, nor the black woman, not even for being the first black president in the United States. And how dare we call ourselves united when we really are divided? I'm not going to stand and pledge a lie. We are the land of the free. Are you kidding me? So here we are. Would you like your racism served on a platter with raw vegetables? Not the organic and natural, the processed and chemical based, destroying lives and minds with their great taste. That is the poem that I wrote right after Trump won in 2016. It's very sad how this poem is still relevant today, now that President Trump is president a second time. These are my thoughts. We knew this was going to happen. Let's just be real about it. We knew this was going to happen. We knew Kamala Harris was not going to win. We had our hopes, just like we had our hopes with Obama. But see, our hopes worked for Obama twice. It just only worked for him to become president. It didn't work for us as far as, making sure that we are economically okay, especially as for black folks in particular. So our hope worked then. It did not do us any good this time. Because for real, let's be honest, black folks are tired of hoping. It's enough with the hope. Let's put some action. Let's make things actually happen for us. And unfortunately, our votes, although us voting was, part of the action, it did not work for us this time. But see, didn't you not hear what I just said? Voting is only part of the action. We thought we was going to vote She was going to get in and we was going to go home and go to sleep just like we did with Obama. Did exactly the same thing. We seem to not take things seriously until something like this happens. Now, I woke up this morning and I got on social media, checked on everybody, said, see how everybody was doing. And I saw Malcolm X quotes, Martin Luther King quotes, Nelson Mandela quotes, Shirley Chisholm quotes, Fannie Lou Hamer quotes, scriptures from the Bible. And I said, this is so sad. This is sad. Stuff like this is sad. We knew she wasn't going to work or she wasn't going to become president months ago. We knew it wasn't going to happen because of the buffoonery that was going on. All these celebrities talking at the side of their mouths. All these celebrities going up there rapping and twerking, making us look like clowns, like fools, embarrassing us and themselves. I'm not saying that they are the reason that she lost, but when you are distracted by the clownness of our people, I mean, it is part of the blame. Question of the week. Who is Massa? Who is Massa? We all should know the answer to that. The answer is the white man. He's been Massa from 1619. He has not stopped being Massa. I don't care that Abraham Lincoln signed, some papers for us to be free. Even he said so himself, that if it was up to him, he would not even free the slaves. And yet he has the nerve to be Barack Obama's favorite president. So I ask again, who is Massa? We all know it's the white man. And I don't know why we keep on acting like this is the first time we have a racist president. Clearly, y'all keep on forgetting your history. I mean, there was Nixon. There was George W. Bush Sr. There was Ronald Reagan. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. I mean, hello. I do, however, want to take this time out to thank Kamala Harris because you know what? She stood her ground this time. I think she did an okay job. She could have done a whole lot better, but you know what? She was thrown into this. Or have we forgotten that? She was thrown into running for president because of our current president, Joe Biden, decided he didn't want to run a second term because of health reasons. So he kind of threw her out there to the wolves. But see, isn't that what would have happened if Biden did win, for a second term, and then he God forbid, if he was to pass away, doesn't the vice president step up and be president right after that? So I can't really say, yeah, she was just thrown up there, but I can say she was just thrown up there because it wasn't like she was thrown up there as, something happened to Biden to where, again, if he was, if he had passed away or whatever, then she was thrown up there. But see, he threw her up there himself and threw her out there to the wolves. She wasn't fully 100% prepared. At least I don't think she was. She was prepared maybe halfway. Because she was actually being prepared to be vice president for a second term. She wasn't really being prepared to be president. Does that make sense? Again, she was kind of thrown into this to be president because Biden decided he's not up for it for a second term. So he kind of threw her out there to the wolves. Massa is in charge and always have been. So I'm not surprised at all of the red states at all. I'm not surprised, especially in the South, because who won the Civil War? The North, right? And the South have always been butthurt about that. But I kind of want to say this because I want to make a point of why the Southern states voted for Trump. Because probably in their minds, yeah, we lost that Civil War. But then to us, it wasn't really the war. It was more so a battle. So you won the battle, but you did not win the war. And we're going to make sure we throw it in your face that whether you won the Civil War, so-called Civil War, we're going to be in charge. Yes, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, they're not in the South. But North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Georgia, Mississippi, Florida. It goes to show you exactly who was really in charge. Massa have always been in charge and continues to be in charge. And he's showing you he in charge. He don't give a fuck about you being black, white, blue, green, purple, or pink. I'm in charge. What I say go. I don't care. I don't care if you like me or not. I don't care if you think I'm a racist or not. We've been telling you, my family, my white family, been telling you for years and years and years that we are racist and we don't really give too much of a fuck about you. So, okay, you mad that we racist. Okay, now what? We're still gonna win. We still got power over you. We really don't care. We do not care. No emotion. They have no emotion. We do. We run around talking about relationships so much, talking about how you need to get your emotions out. And here we are in our emotions. And look what happened. White folks stick together. Now, some of y'all gonna be like, oh, well, there's some black folks was voting for Trump. And, well, you know what? Again, who is Massa? Because they don't just control the votes. They control your minds. You mean to tell me y'all really didn't see this coming? I seen this coming months ago. I just didn't want to say it out loud, I don't want to jinx it. But I seen it months ago. Saw it last night. when all them red states popping up, you notice they were the first ones to pop up, strategically popping up in big numbers, a lot more than the blue states for Kamala Harris. You notice that his numbers was rising every time they counted a state, and hers kind of counted every 3 or 4 states. You notice that strategy there? It's just telling you to your face who is in charge and who is not. How do you feel right now? And what do you think we can do to move forward? While you think about that question, we're going to take a little break, a couple minutes. I'm going to give you a couple minutes to get yourself together, gather your thoughts, and then we're going to you know then we're going to go to we're going to go to our Black business highlight section, highlight some Black businesses, because Black businesses deserve some recognition, especially now, especially now. And while we're listening to our Black business highlights, y'all think about this. What we're gonna do now to move forward. What we're gonna do. Think about that.
Powered by Riverside.
Hey, yo, what's up? What's up? This is Black Business Highlights. Here, we are here to highlight a few Black businesses right here on the podcast. So if you have a Black business such as a clothing line, new music, new books, new show or podcast, self-care products, etc., you can hit us up by emailing us at jenavation@gmail.com. It will be right here in the link and underneath this episode. All you gotta do is hit us up. Make sure you put in the subject line BBH request. That will be the Black Business Hotline request. And we will shout your business out. Make sure you have your name, the business name, phone number, social media platforms, and website. We all we are all about growing together personally and professionally. So hit us up right here on Black Men's Highlights on the podcast. Hey y'all, check out our website and or download the app and become a member for exclusive content at www.thejenovationnetwork.com. We have the Jenavation Book Club where we meet up every Saturday for our weekly discussions on the latest book club selection. We have a poet support community group where we provide poetry prompts, poetry history, affirmations for poets who are struggling personally and professionally. Side note, if you feel you need a more intimate and personal one-on-one affirmation without the group, you can join us on WhatsApp. info link in bio. Check out our poetry blog and get yourself a book of poetry. I have several on the site right now. All you have to do is click on the link to make a purchase. New book coming soon. Online store with coffee mugs, t-shirts, backpacks is also open for business. So get yourself or a loved one something you think they will like. We have a variety to choose from. Make sure you also sign up for our weekly newsletter to get exclusive updates on what we're doing at the JenavationNetwork.com website and app. Do you want to do more with your poetry? Like start a poetry business, uh, but you have no idea how to start? Well, I have a solution for you. The Jenavation Network has teamed up with the Poet Life and joined their community at poetrybusinessnetwork.com. Come join us to get all of the exclusive information you need to start a business with your poetry. There are live courses, poetry business workbooks and journals, one-on-one coaching and training, spoken word gig opportunities, and while you're at it, you can get yourself some dope poet life gear to represent yourself in style while you do it. For more information, go to poetrybusinessnetwork.com and become part of the Poet Life family along with the Jenavation Network. See you there. What's up, y'all? Do y'all need a platform where you need to network with other Black businesses? Well, I have an opportunity for you. All you gotta do is go to www.forbesblk.com, a platform and community that amplifies the voices of Black entrepreneurs, professionals, leaders, and creators. Their community of exceptional leaders of color are breaking down barriers, creating more equitable economies, and driving a new culture of connection, collaboration, and change. All you got to do again is to go to www.forbesblk.com and become a certified member where you can connect with all kinds of Black businesses, Black business owners, again, creators, leaders, professionals, entrepreneurs, just like yourself. I guarantee you, you will not regret it. This will be a wonderful opportunity for you and your business. So go to www.forbesblk.com. Welcome, everyone. I am your host, Jenavation. This show is about keeping our community together. It's about having honest conversations on what is affecting us, such as relationship issues, sex, relationships, love, marriage, parenthood, racism, politics, and so much more. So grab your coffee and join in the conversation. We're not only here to discuss these issues, but to also find solutions. But first,
Powered by Riverside.
when you wonder. I apologize. Hold on 1 second. We're back.
Powered by
We're back.
Riverside.
Clearly, they didn't want us to. Okay, I think I got it. I apologize. They didn't want us to finish this one, huh? Power of the white people. This is one of them. There are days, this is one of them, when you wonder what your role is in this country and what your future is in it. How precisely you're going to reconcile yourself, your situation here, and how you're going to communicate that you are and terrified of the moral apathy, the death of the heart is happening in my country. There are days. That's James Baldwin. I'm going to share with you a few things that's on social media right now. Just give me one moment while I get them together. How's your coffee today? I know it's the afternoon, but I'm sure some folks got some afternoon coffee. I sure do. I wish I had some brown liquor to go in it, but I don't drink anymore. But this will be a good time to have a stiff drink. I also want to take time out while I look for this other audio. I want to take time out to say rest in peace to Quincy Jones. Passed away. He was definitely a legend. He was an icon in the music industry. One of the greats. One of the greats. So rest in peace to him, and our condolences goes to his family.
Hey y'all. Okay, so I've been an emotional mess since this morning, like it's been a bad breakup. Okay? But I wanted to share this word with you. Sometimes the victory ain't always in the win. It is in the assignment. The assignment was for VP to show how far she could go. Was to show the possibility of women being in the highest seat in office. To show that when we come together, no matter your race, your color, your creed, we can make change. So while on the surface it may not seem like a win, but she has victory in her assignment. So for anybody else who's sad like me, I'm talking to myself right now, the victory don't necessarily have to always be in the win. She did a job well done in that assignment. And whenever you read any single history book in America from this point on, you will have to study the assignment.
Do y'all agree with that? Study the assignment. The victory is in the assignment. The win is in the assignment, not the victory. How do you feel about that? I understand what she means. The problem is, we've always understood the assignment, but we never really exercised in a way to where we can actually get the victory. Getting the victory. We're trying to get the victory. We understand the assignment. The win, that's the problem. We're always focused on the assignment. Yeah, but we really need to get the victory. Because without the victory, all we have is a bunch of assignments that are unfinished or half-assed done. So y'all let me know in the comments right now, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Here's a quote from the Human Rights Campaign. And it says, "We are heartbroken, not broken." Again, we are broken. I don't know where they got that from. Yes, we are heartbroken, but we are broken too. Because we seem to keep on expecting change from people that are abusing us in every way possible. And we know good and goddamn well that they're not going to stop abusing us. We are in an abusive relationship. We are dealing with domestic violence in every way, shape, or form with America, or with the so-called American dream. What is the American dream? I'll play another clip as soon as I find it. Hold on 1 second.
About this country. I love this country, even though at times it doesn't love me back. For my whole life, my parents, my grandparents, me, for most black people, this system has never worked for us. You don't think I care about this country? Listen, I'm sick. Ill.
Hold on. We'll play another one. This is Al Sharpton.
And those that appeal to the dark side will self-destruct. The question is, what will you and I do that believe in things that are right, and righteous, and democratic? Let's not act like we just have to fight. Donald Trump will self-destruct. And those that appeal to the dark side will self-destruct.
Yeah. He basically said the same thing I said. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Because we already know what they're doing. And they did it. And we already know what they're going to do. So what are we going to do? Let's not focus on them so much no more, because we already know. Like we always talking about we're going to be on their ass, but we've been on their asses since we were, since they made it legal for black folks to, finally vote. And yet it ain't working, because we're still in the same jacked up position we always been. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna go home and sit our children down, our spouses down, and have conversations, hardcore, truthful conversations? Are we going to teach our children what they're supposed to know and learn once and for all? Because we already know the schools ain't gonna do it. Are we going to, support ourselves and each other collectively as black folks? What are we going to do? Are we going to get our money together and build our own hospitals, build our own schools, build our own grocery stores, buy land and have our own farm, grow our own food, start our own NBA, NFL, NHL? Are we going to finally start doing that? We talk about it. We're doing a lot. We did a lot of talking. There was a lot of talking. But then no one was taking anything that was said seriously. And we still act like we don't understand what the hell actually happened last night. And then we got people on social media saying, you know what? It is what it is. Just breathe. Take a deep breath. Collect your thoughts, your feelings. Just try to relax. hard to relax. It's hard to relax. It is. I want to make this point here. Percentage of black women who voted for Kamala Harris, 92% Democrat. Percentage of black men who voted for Kamala Harris, 78% Democrat. So we can't just put the blame on black men. We can't put the blame on black men, and we can't put the blame on black women. Because there was a lot of people that kind of was like, for the past few weeks, they're going to blame black men for this. I don't. However, I will say, it's not your fault. But you know what? Again, who is massive? He has proven time and time again who is in charge. He made it the white man's greatest, most successful magic trick that is worked and still working is the control of the African mind. That's his greatest magic trick that no one knows the secret to. That's the only real good magic trick that no one can figure out. The control of an African's mind. There's one more thing I want to talk about before I give my final thoughts. I saw something on Instagram this morning, a young lady who got on and she said something about her 13-year-old daughter was having somewhat of a nervous breakdown. She was crying, she was having a breakdown because of the results of the presidency. And two things. I'm going to share my comment that I did under her video. I'm not going to give out her name or anything, but I'm going to tell you what my comment was. This is my comment. I said, that is heartbreaking. She has every right to feel the way she feels. And I say these words to her to keep her head up and just know that the fight isn't over. We have a lot of work to do. And the woman responded to me and she says, "Thank you so much for this. This is the first presidential election where she was actively engaged, so she is highly disappointed. I do hope that she keeps her head up. Secondly, I kind of have a problem with this because your 13-year-old daughter is having a breakdown about what just happened. And your first reaction was to pick up your phone and go start recording on Instagram to show your daughter that she's crying and she's going through it and she's listening to these Negro spiritual songs because that's how she feels. I bet you that's exactly how a whole lot of black folks is feeling right now. That we just literally set ourselves back 200 years. Back to where we're going to have to start singing Negro spirituals again. Because I'm sure she and the mother said so herself in the video. She don't even know where her daughter got these Negro spirituals from. You mean to tell me you didn't teach your daughter this? She learned it from somewhere. That should be telling you something. And her recording her daughter going through it like this says a lot. This is telling me we can't seem to take nothing seriously. And this is also the reason why Trump is president right now. We do not know how to take anything seriously. I don't give a damn if you're black, white, blue, green, purple, or pink. We don't take nothing seriously. And we wonder why we're in this predicament right now. That's why. Don't take nothing seriously. We do a whole lot of yapping and talking about who was doing this and who was doing that. We can do a whole lot of talking, but we're not taking things seriously. And this is something that's just letting you know in your face how serious it is and how serious massa is right now, of letting you know for sure who is in charge and will continue to be in charge as long as he has money and the power over your mind. So my heart goes out to this little girl and the mother. I don't think she should have recorded this and put it out there that her daughter's going through it like that. So I feel for her. 13, listening to a Negro spiritual. That should tell you something right there, Mom. That we got a whole lot of work to do on ourselves, for our family. We keep on. We're so ass backwards because we got to be seen and heard on social media of every single thing. That was a vulnerable moment. That right there says a lot. Is why we in this predicament now. We don't take nothing serious. We don't take it seriously at all. Sad, very sad. And I wish that girl, all the love and support for her, because that. Lord have mercy. I'm sorry. I'm taking a moment because I'm also looking on social media. I'm about to read some comments that I see. Someone put, last night showed that you need to be a leader instead of a follower. I agree. Some people saying, how are you feeling? Someone put, they want traditional women. Give them what they want. No sex till marriage. Stay with the parents until they can afford to buy a home and make enough to support a family on their paycheck. Basically, that's addressing the abortion stuff. Let me tell y'all something. I'm pro-choice and pro-life at the same time. Simply because I'm pro-life, because I personally don't think agree with abortion very much, unless if it's threatening your life, then yes, do it. Do what you need to do, because that's between you and your doctors and your loved one. I don't believe that the government should have a say-so in what a woman does as far as her health is concerned. And we will talk about that in another episode, because that has so many layers to it. And there's a lot of men out there that really have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to this subject. And I think we should have a separate episode just talking about abortion by itself, because it's not just about, oh, you want to get rid of the child. No, a lot of it has to do with our health. And last night basically just showed you exactly how we really feel about a woman's body and a woman's right and a woman's health. So that will be a very separate, a separate episode that we will do. Chances are it might be my next episode right after this. Someone put, somewhere the ancestors are crying. Someone put, I would like to ask the Black mega people on my timeline a question, being serious. What did we all win? That's a good question. What did we all win? And that's just not to the Black megas. That's for everybody. What did we win? And did we win? Or did we lose? Did we all lose? Or did we all win? Which one is it? It ain't going to be no sum. It's one or the other. A lot of young people voted. You know, hmm, hmm, hmm. Someone put, now all y'all want to post about God this morning because she lost. Shake my head. Y'all full of shit. Yeah, like I said, this morning people started talking about God and all these scriptures from the Bible and again quotes from Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Y'all was on it today, this morning, when you woke up. And what's sad part is y'all been doing that for I don't know how long, and yet here we are still in the same fucking position we've been in. Trying so hard not to cuss, but it is what it is. I'm gonna have to keep it real with y'all. Kamala Harris is supposed to be speaking today. She was supposed to speak last night, but she decided to wait. A lot of people are upset about it. I am too. I kind of think I wish she did speak last night. However, I kind of understand just a little bit of why. And this might be why. She needed to collect her thoughts and her feelings. If she had spoken last night, she would have spoke out of emotion, and then everybody would have been like, "Oh, because that's what they say about the women when we speak. You're too emotional." So I'm sure she didn't want to deal with that. So she's trying to be strategic. She's trying to be strategic with her about how to handle this, and she's trying to collect her thoughts so she can address us properly and bow out properly. So I'm looking forward to listening to this, and I just decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and um, I'm going to stop right here because I want to do a part 2. I want to hear what she has to say later today. And then we're going to do a part 2, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts about the election. So thank you all for listening for these past 47 minutes. This is part 1 for this particular episode. Thank you again. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, or whatever platform you are on, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Make sure you share this on all of your social medias, your Twitter, or X as they call it now, your Facebook, your Instagram. Thank y'all so much. If you leave your comments, please be respectful when you leave your comments. And we will be back to discuss this again in part 2. Thank you so much, Dashiki Mentality Podcast.
Powered by Riverside.